What's going on, party people? Back with some more Babymonochrome action. This is a round 5 losers bracket match between Alex and a Daydream. A Daydream being Mexicong on our perspective of this battle. Alex being Alexanteri on the opposing side of this battle. Yeah, I might just keep saying Mexicong because that's hella fun to say. And round 6 has actually officially begun at the time I'm recording this. However, I really wanted to cover this one because, man, there is some heat in this match. As you can see from the Mantike, first of all. Honestly, this is probably like the least heaty match game to be featured in this match. But can't not mention the Mantike, though. Holy cow. Yeah, I mean, base 15 speed. Okay, you might be outspeeding some... I don't know what good flying stab this thing gets, but I guess it outspeeds Snover. Which is notable, not in this game, obviously. But anyways, let's get into it here. So, Mexicong, I'm just going to say Mexicong because that's what's on the screen here. So, Mexicong bringing a Mindfu, a Natu, honestly a pretty standard team outside of the Mantike. A Ferroseed, a Mantike, of course, star of the show, an Abra, and a Diglett. So, honestly, pretty offensive-y team. Not really, actually. There's some fat mons here. I don't know what this Mantike's going to do, though. I mean, its evolution is pretty fat on the Spadef side. Maybe this thing is too. We'll have to wait and see. Water Absorb, potentially. That'd be my guess. That's important to note, depending on what that Tentacool wants to do. Alex is bringing Sand. A team that really seems to like the Sand. I mean, there's a couple Pokemon that will take some Sand Chip from their own team, that being the Ghastly and the Tentacool. Probably looking to do some hazard control there. You got the Hippo, of course. A Cradilly, very good fat Pokemon to have on a Sand team as it doesn't take Sand Chip. A Pawniard, maybe to help deal with some Pokemon like that Natu. And then a Diglett, which is most likely going to be Sand Force. Let's get into it. Mindfu lead from Mexicong. Ghastly lead from Alex. Will-O-Wisp turn 1, I like it. Knockoff turn 1, I like it as well. Loses its Black Sludge. That was a trick Ghastly that we're looking at. Fires off right away, takes that Eviolite on the U-turn, so it's going to take that U-turn a little bit better. In comes Diglett from Mexicong. Going to click Beat Up. That's going to definitely knock out that Ghastly, especially with a crit on the first one. So that thing drops. It's a Life Orb Diglett. In comes the Hippo, setting up the Sand immediately. Natu switching in here on a Crunch. Good play by Alex. Important to note, with the Ghastly gone, you don't really care too much about the Sand Chip because now Tentacool is going to be the only Pokemon taking Sand Chip for Alex. Quick and Roost there from the Natu as Hippo just spamming Crunch, maybe fishing for a drop. Doesn't get it on this one. Wish Natu. Interesting. Wish and Roost. Gonna live Sand, get a Roost on this turn, and then the Crunch. Not gonna get the kill here. And it's gonna get its Wish there too. So Natu staying alive here. Gonna U-turn out of there. I think that's a good play here. In comes Ferroseed. Hippo just spamming Crunch there. Take some Iron Bombs. What are we going to see from the Hippo here? There's the rocks. Nice. Both players setting up rocks. Okay, so Alex not afraid of that. Natu. In comes Pawniard. Setting up spikes for this. Okay, so maybe a bit of pressure to spin. In comes the Lilip for Alex as this Ferroseed fires off a T-Wave. Maybe expecting the Tentacool to come in. More spikes. And a Hidden Power Fire, I would think. Doing quite a bit of damage there. Ferroseed just going to go for the Bullet Seed here. Gets 3 hits and then a full para on the Lilip. Natu switching in here as the Lilip gets fully paralyzed again. Maybe looking for an opportunity to get some recovery here. Yep, clicks Roost. And Lilip does the same and clicks Recover here. So both Pokemon getting a bit of HP back. In comes the Hippo for Alex. There's the Wish from Natu. Wish Natu technology, friends. You turn it out of there, probably bring the Ferroseed back in. Yep, get some HP back. It's going to take a Crunch. No, Hippo goes for Slack Off, actually, instead. He gets a lot of HP back there. Lilip coming in. And when he can threaten this Ferroseed, just fires off another Bullet Seed. Gets 3 hits there. In comes the Mantike. Okay, here we go. Take Stealth Rocks, full para on the Lilip. Clicks Air Slash. Okay, that answers my question before. Big Toxic Miss. Fortunate. And there's the Flinch. Yep, going for para Flinch action here. I like it. And then a crit on the follow-up for good measure. Okay. So Mantike putting some work. In comes the Tentacool. Definitely looking to spin here. No, looking to set Toxic Spikes. Interesting. Alex not afraid of that Natu at all. Toxic Spikes, that's going to hurt the Diglett. Abra won't take any. And then the Mindfu, well, the Mindfu's burned, so yeah, Toxic Spikes only really helping with the Diglett matchup here. This is a flying type, yes it is. I mean, unless the off chance that's not Magic Guard, which, you know, it is Magic Guard. So there's the Rapid Spin from the Tentacool. Okay, need to do that. So we're going to take an Air Slash quite well, but not going to be able to take 2 with Sand. So we're going to get out of there and go into Pawniard on the rest, Mantike. Okay. Gets out of there. In comes Mindfu. Pawniard clicking Knock Off. Yep, no item on the Mindfu anyways. Hippo coming up for Alex here to take the high jump kick. 16% doing nothing from the burned Mindfu. U-turns out of there, gets some regen. In comes Pharaoh Seed. We're looking to get those hazards back up. So we can take a crunch. No defense drop. The Tentacool coming back out here just in case this happens. Yep. So Tentacool wouldn't have been able to survive rocks and sand. Ooh, Hidden Power Fire instead, most likely. I guess could be fighting probably fire though with that crit. Diglett getting poisoned. Gonna revenge kill with the Earthquake. So rocks are here to stay. I still think Mexicong's in the driver's seat here. In comes Hippo. Final Gambit from the Diglett. That's going to do quite a bit because it had quite a bit of HP. But Hippo's actually going to slack off on that same turn. In comes Pawniard for Alex as the Mind Type comes out. Going to burn a turn of Sleep. Oh, it has Sleep Talk. It fires off a Scald and gets the burn. That's exactly what you needed if you're Mexicong. Fires off a Knockoff. Mantike loses its Violate and gets a rest, unfortunately, on the Sleep Talk. But that Scald burn was huge. Gonna fire off an Iron Head here. Mantike wakes up, clicks Rest. We try to just stall this thing out. This is quite the set. Rest Talk, Air Slash, Scald. We can probably just sit in on this Pawniard here. Going to just keep firing off Iron Heads here. Gets another Sleep Talk and to knock that thing out with a Scald. In comes Diglett. Maybe looking to revenge kill here. Sand is up. Yep. Rock Slide since it's clean that up. Really depends on what kind of Abra we're working with here. In comes Mindfu. Switching into Hippo, just in case there's a... clicks knockoff. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That is fair. And then U-turns out of there. Really depends on the Abra. Here it is. Get poison on Slack Off. I mean, a little risky bringing that in too, right? Oh, actually it has Encore. Oops, spoiler alert. A little bit risky, right? Bringing this on a potential attacking move. But Abra's able to Encore that Hippo into Slack Off. There you go. You're really banking on that thing going for the Slack Off. Now it's Encored into the Slack Off, so you're really just fishing for drop here. Actually, no, you're doing over 50, so yeah, I might as well just spam a Psychic here. And Encore, yep. And if this is a Sash Abra, then this is definitely done. I guess there's a chance that it's not. Still no drop. Encore's over. Go for it again, of course. Can't really risk bringing in Diglett either. Yep. Still no drop, though. I mean, yeah. Really just waiting on that drop. I'm thinking, like, okay, if you're Alex, do you ever bring in Diglett? I don't think so. You just gotta kind of pray you don't. Oh, I'm running out of Slack Offs actually. So Mexicong is gonna come out on top here. Oh, switch out on the Mind for the last one. The Earthquake turn that still does a lot. Get a bit of chip there. Okay, U-turns out. Okay, that's fine. In comes the Natu on the Earthquake. Yep. I was gonna threaten a crunch here on the next turn. In comes the Diglett on a Psychic. Yes, and that just drops. Okay. And yeah, Alex just gonna forfeit. Mexicong, a Daydream, taking game one in a very interesting 56 turn match. That's a pretty long one actually. Some stally action there with the Slack Off from the Hippo there. But yeah, no, that was a great game. Let's get into game 2. Yo, shoutouts to the OG McFlurry intro. All the old homies that know what I'm talking about here with this track. I mentioned that this match has some fire. I guess we're not really seeing the fire in this one, but they're don't worry. Okay, so I just spoiled something there. But anyways, Mexico bringing a pretty standard team this time around. No man type here. I feel like I've seen this team too. Mindfu, Abra, Diglett, Ghastly, Staryu, and Porygon. So pretty balanced. Actually, has some good hazards, some hazard removal here with Staryu this time around, rather than depending on a Natu or something like that. Alex is bringing the Elekid. Again, Pokemon we haven't seen too much in this tournament. I like this Pokemon a lot. It's fast as hell too. It's base 20, or rather, it hits a maximum of 20, I should say. So this thing can outspeed things like Abra. So expect Alex to bust this thing out late game. Also bring a Timber, a Pokemon that has priority that could also help with maybe even the Abra in certain situations, and of course dealing with that Diglett. Ghastly, Diglett of their own, a Ferroseed again, and it was probably Ferroseed game 1, right? No, sorry, that was Mexico brought Ferroseed game 1. And a Volibee. What type of Volibee we're looking at? Well, I don't know. I could see it go either way. Maybe knock off to help support the Ghastly and the Diglett to maybe punch some holes, or maybe it's a nasty plot set of its own. Maybe just try to sweep on its own, I mean to say. So let's get into here. So, can't talk today. Porygon lead from Mexico and Ghastly lead from Alex. Switches in Timber on a T-Wave. So Guts Boost has been activated. Gonna take a T-Bolt, and there's the Drain Punch for 69%. Nice. Definitely Guts. And they can follow up with the Mach Punch. So just like that, Porygon is gone. In comes the Abra looking to Revenge Kill. Volibee coming out. Still fires off the Psychic either way. Mindfu switching in for Mexicong on the Air Slash. This is a special Volibee after all, so probably Nasty Plot. That was not a crit. Oh, there's the Nasty Plot right there. That was not a crit, was it? No, that was not. It's just a hard-hitting Air Slash. I think crit would have just straight up killed anyway. So, gonna be able to survive a T-Bolt here just to get rid of that Ghastly. I'd say it's worth it. Alex up 6-4 here, and Fake Out's just gonna finish the job on the Volibee, but it put in some work. Ghastly coming out for Alex, threatening a Will-O-Wisp. In comes Staryu on the Shadow Ball instead, 42%. Switching into Ferroseed as Staryu clicks Scald, and we get no burn this time. In comes Abra from Mexicong on the Spikes. And then fires off an HP Fire, or no, actually that might have been fighting with a crit. In comes Diglett, clicking Beat Up. That will not kill. That's a Life Orb. Diglett gonna drop to a Psychic. Okay, this has been a fast-paced match. In comes the Elekid. As I mentioned before, this thing is gonna outspeed a non-Choice Scarf Abra. In comes Mindfu. Elekid's on a balloon, important to note. Gonna click Protect on the knockoff, just in case they want a high jump kick. Fires off a T-Bolt. U-turn's gonna break the balloon. Diglett can come out here, eh? Yep. Here it is, trapping the Elekid. Ooh, but Elekid, Elekid outspeeds. That might have been a speed tie. Yeah, base 20, or max 20, I should say. So, huge speed tie win with the Elekid. In comes Mindfu. Firing off a Fake Out there. Get the flinch. Going into Timber on the U-turn. Yep. Staryu coming out here. It's going to take Spikes damage. Go for the Scald. Timber should take that just fine. And then Drain Punch kill. Get a bunch of HP back. Alex definitely in the driver's seat here. Mindfu last switching. Going to take Spikes. Just goes for the high jump kick. There's the full para. Okay, that was important. Going to go for the Mach Punch here. Ooh, a nice full para again there on the second Mach Punch. Going to finish the thing off the high jump kick. In comes the Elekid, which can outspeed. T-Bolt doesn't quite get there, but the Ghastly will be able to finish things off here. Oh, just kidding. Outspeeds and knocks the thing out. I forgot that Elekid was faster there, so there you go. Where's the rolls there at the end? Oh, yeah. I was being silly there. So, yeah, Alex winning game 2. And as I spoiled a little bit earlier, this one's going to a game 3. That's right. We're going 3 straight games of the F-Zero music. You know how it is. Okay, here it is. As promised, some flippin' heat. Now, maybe we'll start with Alex. Not so much heat on this side here. Is this the same team? No, it's not the same team. The last team didn't have a... Actually, no, there's a lot different. Never mind. This kind of looks like the team that Mexicong brought to the last match, except with a Volibee rather than a... Porygon? No, that's a Porygon. Abra. Yeah. Volibee over Abra. I think it's the same team otherwise. Same 6 anyways. Mindfu, Ghastly, Diglett, Porygon, Volibee, Staryu. Very, very safe team from Alex. I approve. On the other hand... I mean... okay, well, you've got the Mindfu and the Natu. And from there, we've got some heat. Okay, so... Oh, Frillish, by the way. Frillish, pretty normal-ish Pokemon. We've got some Pokemon making their tournament debut, at least from the games that I've covered. There's an Onix. Okay, Onix, base 17 speed, so it's going to outspeed some things. It's got Sturdy. Maybe it's going to do something with that. We'll have to find out. We have a Blitzel. Okay, this thing hits 18 speed, which is of note. I guess any of the 3 abilities could be important. I mean, Sap Zipper's not going to do much in this match, as there's no grass types or anything really threatening a grass move here. I don't really know what this is going to do. We'll have to wait and see. I think it gets Flame Charge, so it could be looking to set up. And then a Duskull, which... I don't know, support Ghost Pokemon. I don't know why you would run that over a Ghastly, let's say, but I'm really hoping to be surprised here, and I feel like I will be, so let's get into it here. Mindfu lead from Alex, Mindfu lead from Mexicong. Mexicong getting the fake out off there, and then knocks off on the follow-up. This could be a slow through from Alex. Who knows? U-turns out of there, in comes Staryu, and then doubles into Volibee. Perhaps baiting a move. Nope, Blitzel comes out. Okay, so good switch by Mexicong there. In comes the Porygon. Traces the Motor Drive on the T-Bolt. Nice. Excellent. And we also know what ability it is now. In comes the Duskull on the Tri-Attack. Both players making really good moves here in the first few turns. Toxic from the Porygon and a sub on the Duskull. Okay, this is a good position for Alex. Going to switch out into Volibee here on the Will-O-Wisp, more like it. And sets him a Nasty Plot. Okay, so Willow's not really too important here. That thing has Ice Beam, so rather than getting speed boost, it's actually going to get a speed drop there. Gets a Roost off here on the next turn as Duskull clicks Pain Split. It's been on a timer, though, with that toxic damage racking up. Can keep roosting. Alex knows they can just stay in here. Crazy, they actually still outspeed at -1. They're not going to outspeed at -2 here. Duskull going for this Pain Split. That toxic damage is racking up, though. Alex can just stay in here with the +2 Volibee. Yes, it's got a bit of a speed drop, but that's fine. Maybe Mexicong just looking to get this thing low. Keep going for the Pain Splits here. I mean, yeah. Duskull might drop to the next one here. Maybe not, actually, with Pain Split. No, not quite. Maybe... a Daydream's just thinking that, like, okay, run this thing out of roosts here? Maybe. There we go. Getting the switch out here on the Blitzel. Yep. That might have been the play. And then doubles into Onix. Trying to scare that thing out. No! Alex predicting that and clicking the Dark Pulse. And then goes into Mindfu on the Stealth Rock turn. In comes Frillish on the high jump kick. Wow, both players are making crazy moves this game. U-turns out of there. Get some regen. In comes the Porygon. Frillish clicks Scald. Ooh, and gets the Curse Body right back onto it. Cool. Switching to Blitzel here on the Porygon. And there's the Flame Charge. Okay, so that's kind of what I was thinking. Gets a bit of a speed boost here. This is Life Orb Blitzel. It's not going to be able to live a Tri-Attack, though, because it's Life Orb. So there you go. In comes the Mindfu. Staryu switching for Alex to take the knockoff. Maybe we're looking to spin here. No, goes into Volibee trying to bait out that Duskull. And that's exactly what happens. Takes a bit of toxic damage. In comes Onix as a sack on the Dark Ball. So Onix doesn't really do too much other than set up rocks. In comes the Mindfu. Fake out. There's the weak armor boost. Now we have a fast Volibee this time around. Gets flinched. fires up an air slash. That gets a flinch right back on the Mindfu. In comes Natu to take the next air slash. We'll be looking good here. There's a fake out. There's another speed boost. Oh, I see a my bad. Did I flinch or something? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Mindfu flinch. Yeah. I mean, we move on. Gonna keep roosting up there. Now the Volbee's a -2 defense too, right? So yeah, high jump kick's just gonna clean knock that thing out. In comes Diglett. I gotta catch up on the chat here. Sorry. I can keep the chat fresh rather. There we go. Oh, apologies. Quality content. Okay, so Earthquake gonna clean knock out that Mindfu. That's a Life Orb Diglett. In comes the Frillish on a beat up. Don't think it's gonna get there. You need a crit. Oh, the Curse Body. So we're not gonna see a beat up follow up either way. Frillish is gonna live and get a Will-O-Wisp off on the Diglett. Diglett's getting up rocks just as a Hail Mary here. Frillish just recovers. In comes the Porygon. Traces the Curse Body on a Shadow Ball. Not going to take anything from that. And, oh, maybe expecting a switch. Went for the Tri-Attack. That Porygon's going to get burned, though. It's a little bit more pressure put on it, but it can recover off a lot of that damage. And should be able to take Scalds pretty well, too. Gets the Toxic off nice. That's what you want on the Frillish here. And the Curse Body. That's the only good attacking move. Frillish can probably get out of here. Yep, in comes the Natu. Porygon looking at quick recover. Yep. What's Natu going to do here? Mindfu switching in for Alex. On the Roost. Still not. Oh, yeah, okay, knock off. Lose that thing of Violet. Ooh, but Psychic's just going to drop that Natu there. In comes the Ghastly, which can really punch a few holes here. There's the Shadow Ball, and yeah, this is GG's. Gonna be able to... Oh, Taunt. Okay, good play. Oh! Okay, Porygon. Sacking the Duskull here. I mean, yeah, maybe that was the safest way to go. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. I mean, this thing has its item still. Maybe Shadow Ball wasn't going to kill from that Ghastly. Alex knew that, perhaps. Hence the taunt click there. Okay, Diglett's going to drop to a Scald. Yeah, maybe you just wanted kind of a last Mon Frillish situation. Just so you can spam recover. I see. Okay, well, the drop's not going to help. For the Scald. Do you have a Shadow Balls? No, 21. What am I talking about? So he's switching it up. Maybe expecting a switch, actually. Yeah, that's probably it. But Frillish is going to whittle down here. Alex going to spam recover here. First probably looking to click recover here. Yep. I don't think there's any way out. Even crits aren't going to get you there. Hidden Power Fire, perhaps, from the Porygon. Yeah, you can spam recover here. Both players doing that, but this is done for the Frillish here. The difference between toxic damage and burn damage on full display here. There's a crit from the Scald, okay. I mean, I think you need like some consecutive crits to get out of this, but I think this is GG's, yeah. Yeah, that's just gonna keep racking up, yep. How many recovers each players have here? 7 for Alex, 8 for Mexicong here. But either way, I mean, that Toxic, it's... Yeah, you needed a big crit there. No, that wouldn't have even done it, actually, because you would have just dropped. Yeah, so... Alex winning the little stall war at the end here. And moving on to round 6 of Loser's Bracket here. As a Daydream is out of the tournament. Unfortunate. But good run. Hey, no shame making it all the way to round 5. That's pretty great. But like I said, round 6 has already started. I just really want to cover this one because I really want to see, especially how this game 3 was going to go down with this assortment of Pokemon. I'm definitely going to make one of them the thumbnail here. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. And thank you so much for watching. Peace.